Your ideas are before its time, and your ideas are genius. You have a very inquisitive mind. You have a thirst for knowledge. You are very observant. You are a great conversationalist. Your ideas are very futuristic. You wanted to do many things in the past, but you felt like no one would understand what you were trying to convey. And for some of you, you were trying to convey certain ideas that you had for a project, and they weren't getting it. And you started to think that your ideas were too out of the box. But that's just the thing, my darling. That was the beauty of your idea. Because they were outside of the box, your ideas were before its time. And you may have abandoned these ideas. Some of you may have started a book because you're highly skilled, very knowledgeable. Maybe you wanted to teach others about your outlook on the world. And you may have brought this idea to a few people. And they were like, no, I don't really think people are going to buy into that. Because you were connecting with people that weren't on the same wavelength as yourself. They didn't have your level of understanding. They felt like your ideas were too abstract. They felt like your ideas were too hard to grasp. But they weren't your target audience. Unfortunately, you were trying to convey these amazing, beautiful ideas to people that are very close-minded. And unfortunately, you abandoned your ideas. But now Spirit wants you to reinvest in your ideas, in your talent. Reinvest in your knowledge, in your skill set. Some of you can have a Jupiter trining your Mercury. Now, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of luck, abundance, higher learning, spirituality. You have gifts bestowed upon you from your guides. And it's almost as if when you're channeling messages, you are channeling spirit. And some people may not get you, but those that will get you will understand you, and they will be thirsty for more knowledge. You have a way with your words whereby you're able to captivate a large amount of people. I'm hearing audiences for some of you. Some of you should be on social media. Some of you should be on radio. Some of you should have your own podcast. What you have to say, people want to hear. Some of you have beautiful singing voices. Some of you have this sharp, direct speech that just hits the core. Some of you are very animated. You can do different accents and you're very playful in speech. You can go from being very comical to being very spiritual to being a philosopher. You know, your ideas are so before their time and people are in awe of your ideas. They want to learn more. Where did you get these ideas from? And some of you don't even know. Some of you have a Mercury in Aquarius, and I love Mercury in Aquarius individuals. I just feel like they are so highly skilled in regards to seeing the future. I've got a cousin that's got a Mercury in Aquarius, and Serena and Venus Williams' father has a Mercury in Aquarius, and he even said to others that his two daughters were going to be Olympians, I believe, and the best female tennis players of all time. And when he was saying it, people may have thought like, you know, it's good that you've got these high hopes for your children, but you're being too ahead of yourself, mate. This is the energy that was probably conveyed and projected onto him. But he has a Mercury in Aquarius, whereby you can see the future, and other people will not grasp what you can see at the time. And he was true to his vision. He stayed true to his vision. And that's why we have the two best female tennis players of all time, within Serena and her sister Venus, or Venus and Serena. And I feel like you can see things before they even play out. You know, you can size up a person. You can read a room. You're able to understand people's true motives. You soak up the energy. Your mind starts to race. You get these downloads. Some of you could speak very fast as well. And your voice has this way whereby it uplifts people. It makes people feel very hopeful. It makes people feel very positive. You know, you have this infectious tone, very sparkly tone. You have a way whereby you're able to come up with trends, and a lot of people copy you. And at the time, you were just testing out a project just to see how it goes, not really thinking too deep about it. And that's the thing. You need to start taking yourself more seriously. And I'm hearing some of you may need to start copywriting your material, because you are a trendsetter. And a lot of people look up to you. A lot of people want to copy you as well. And a lot of people have copied you because you are in a lane of your own. Your ideas are unique. And sometimes it may have made you feel quite down. Like, why can't I connect with anyone else that thinks like me? But that's the beauty of it. You don't want to be like everyone else. You are in your own lane. And I feel like you're coming out of that energy of feeling isolated, with having this gift, with having these thought patterns, with thinking the way that you think, and feeling to yourself that no one's come out with that idea, so I shouldn't. Now you are starting to take the risks and come out with these ideas, regardless or not if people have done it already. Some of you can have a Mercury in Virgo. You're very analytical. You see patterns in people's behavior, in people's words. You have an ability to detect pattern recognition within your environments as well. You have a highly analytical mind. Very elegant in speech. Very graceful. You may use a lot of big and effective words. You may be an avid reader. You enjoy learning. You enjoy teaching. And this is an area that you should maybe focus on working in. You are a great storyteller. You have a beautiful speaking voice. You are highly intelligent. I'm thinking of Jay Shetty, because Jay Shetty, I don't know if you know who Jay Shetty is. He's a British podcaster who lives in the US. And he has a Mercury in Virgo. He's actually a Virgo as well. And he's very intelligent, you know, and he has this way about him whereby he is able to allow whoever he's conversing with to speak their truth, to open up. You know, he's very zen, like he's very laid back, but when he does speak, it leaves an impact. You know, he has this soothing and calm effect on others. This is what's conveyed to me whenever I see him talk. And he is a great conversationalist. He is highly intelligent. And this is very attractive as well. And this is attractive in regards to you, your intelligence, your way with words, the way your mind works. It leaves people in awe. Some of you could have a Mercury in Capricorn, and you may have been told that you could be quite harsh sometimes. And the thing is, Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, and Saturn is a planet of rules, regulations, and restrictions. You know, it's a sign or a planet whereby whenever I think of Capricorn, I think of like that cold energy, you know, that harshness. And you could have that tone whereby whenever you speak facts, it really hits to the core. You're not one to argue with, because whenever you get upset with someone, it's almost as if you read them their rights. Your words have an impact. Your words has the ability to destroy, especially in arguments. And some of you could be lawyers. And the reason why I say that, because I'm thinking of Mercury in Taurus now. And Mercury in Taurus, one of my sisters has a Mercury in Taurus, and she is in fact a lawyer. And I love conversing with her. My Mercury is in Virgo. I love conversing with her. We have similar outlooks, and because Taurus and Virgos are both earth signs, and it's just like conversing with someone that's just literally on your wave, and then they will say certain things to you that you can, you know, you don't really have to break things down much when you're conversing with a Mercury in Taurus. And you know, these people like yourself, if you do have a Mercury in Taurus, are very, very intelligent. You have a mind of a lawyer. You're able to strategize, and like a Mercury in Virgo, you're able to dissect and, you know, piece together certain patterns that other people may miss, you know. And with a Mercury in Taurus, you could have a beautiful speaking voice, you can have a beautiful singing voice, and you're able to bring truth and facts, and sometimes in a very elegant and harmonious way. These are the types of people like yourself, if you've got a Mercury in Taurus, whereby they can cuss you out, but you won't even know that you're being cussed, because their voice is so beautiful and they don't really raise their voice. If they do, then they're upset. But with a Mercury in Taurus, you're very balanced, you're very fair, very grounded, and Mercury rules the mind, and you have a very serene and grounding effect on others. When you communicate to others, you do so with artistry, because Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, and Venus is the planet of beauty. And you have that ability to create beauty. You conjure the thought of what you want to create in your mind, and you bring it into full form, whether that's through speech, whether that's through art. Some of you can have a Mercury in Pisces, highly spiritual, highly psychic. You're able to bring fantasy into reality. This could be through songwriting, poetry, writing a story, a play, dancing. Some of you could be amazing dancers. You could have a Mercury sextiling your moon, and you have a beautiful speaking voice, or a Mercury conjuncting your moon, where you're able to soak up energy, soak up people's emotions in some cases. So be quite mindful of that. And you could be an empath, and you could also be able to convey to others how they may be feeling if they come to you with their woes. Even if some people choose not to tell you about what they're going through, you're able to read their emotions. And if they can't find the words to express how they're feeling, you can convey that. That is a skill, that is an ability. And some of you may have felt trapped with this skill, with this ability. Because I feel like when you were younger, this talent, this gift that you got wasn't honed. And that's very unfortunate. But that doesn't mean you can't hone this gift yourself. You're supposed to share your gift to the world. You have all these ideas and gifts that people would love to experience. This could be through art, dance, creativity. Some of you could be painters, artists, dancers, singers. Some of you are destined to write a self-help book, a book in philosophy, a book about law, human rights, self-love, poetry. Some of you are amazing singers. You have a beautiful speaking voice, beautiful singing voice. You know, I'm thinking of Brandy now, because they call Brandy the vocal Bible, and it's like honey. Her voice is like honey. I'm also thinking of Beyonce. Beyonce is a Virgo sun with a Mercury in Libra. And we haven't got Mercury in Libra here, but I feel like you have a beautiful singing voice, and it's supposed to be expressed. Your voice heals. In this life, you were supposed to be a teacher. You're supposed to show others with similar gifts like yourself to be confident, to honor, to own your gifts. Some of you have a Mercury in Leo, and you are bold, you are courageous in your speech. Michael Jackson had a Mercury in Leo. Need I say any more? His voice was just golden. When you speak, you command authority. Foxy Brown, the rapper, one of my favorite female rappers, actually has a Mercury in Leo. You could have a very distinct voice. If you are a singer, an entertainer, even if you're not, you are destined to be some type of public speaker in this life. Some of you could be school teachers, and when you talk, your voice is very impactful. With your ideas, your skill set, your way of thinking, it's supposed to be celebrated. You weren't given this gift by accident. You weren't given this way of thinking, way of being by accident. You're supposed to be celebrated. I understand some of you, when you were younger, maybe you were criticized, but has it ever occurred to you that maybe you were criticized for your greatness because those that criticized you didn't want you to know how great you were? They were fearful of your greatness. They could see the power within you, but they feared what you would do with this power. But now it's time to stand up and celebrate yourself, hone your skills, and express your gift to the world.